Oh, Tammy probably knows.
What?
Is the Squares hiring kids for the summer? Have you hired?
Yeah, I think she's got a job.
There's a couple kids I want to tell her to go down and see you or Chevy. I don't know who they go.
Chevy.
Okay. Got some kids that are interested.
John was going to be in there.
High school, junior, senior. They were looking for work, so.
That's right. He took the week
Pretty good
off.
kids.
Good for him.
Yep,
He never takes any time off.
I know, I thought so. He's down in Utah or riding around the Grand Canyon.
Is he gonna, he's not gonna
No, he's gone all week. He finally took a week off.
remember he said something about
Usually
work.
he never takes any time off.
I know. Well, he never goes. I'm so glad he went.
Glad they did. Go do something. Get a break.
Yep. And our weather hasn't been that nice. It should be really lovely down there, so good for them.
I forgot that.
Betty says we're probably all loaded up and following.
Yes.
Long term, I got it together.
You bet. You can still remember back then how it used to be. Yeah.
Matching all week. He called me, said it was 98 degrees. Over to Flagstaff, she's driving right now. Tour.
Down in the valley floor's been getting hot.
Yeah.
If it's hot up at Flagstaff, you got a problem because that's in the mountains.
Well, she's on her way, and she said it's so much prettier up that way.
Well, it is across the
It would
northern
be
part of the
cool.
state because it's mountain, you know, a lot of timber. But you drop it. Where's she headed to from Flagstaff?
There, she's working.
Just there,
Yeah, she's working the new deal there.
Because you fall off down towards Prescott, down into the valley, then you go up over the ridge, and then you really fall into the valley.
Yeah.
Then it gets really hot.
And then
Turns
Mine's
into the
leaving.
desert.
And then Mine's leaving to Florida to culinary.
You could be all by yourself,
I
Roy?
am.
Oh my gosh.
And the pup.
You and the dogs.
Yep.
You have gone to the dogs, Roy.
Yeah.
Good evening, would everybody please rise and stand, say the Pledge of Allegiance with us.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under all, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We don't have any additions or deletions. Okay. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of April 8th, 2024 council meeting and the April 17th
I
budget work
move we
session?
approve the April 8th, 2024 council meeting and the April 17th, 2024 budget work session.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. Reports. Councilwoman Nunn.
You know, I went to this little meeting that they had down in Douglas. They're having one up here tonight at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
A great timing. And it was really interesting. And I found out some really interesting stuff. Judy had referred to it in her last report, but they really got into some of the nitty-gritty. And I'd like to share just a few things with you because there's a very good chance that either you or someone you know could get your property tax refunded, both your state tax and your local tax. This money does not come from any other program. No one's having money taken away from them. And it's basically the money that you turned in, the state's going to give it back to you, the state and the county. So basically, the requirements are you have to have been a resident for 5 years preceding the year in which you are applying for the tax refund. Your tax has to be totally paid. Your residence must be occupied for not less than 9 months of the applicable year. They have expanded the tax income level from $94,000 to $99,500. And this figure comes from the first page of your income tax returns. There is also an assessment for each member of the household, and it must be less than $156,900. That's almost $300,000. Items that count towards this assessment include bank accounts, investments, real estate other than the residence, motor vehicles in excess of one allowed for each member of the household. The deadline to apply for the state is June 6th. for the county is October 14th. Refund checks from the state will come out on September 20th, for the county on November 1st. And now the very nicest thing about this is all you really need to do is take that first page off your income tax, go down to the treasurer's office in Douglas, or go to the treasurer's office up here and say, will you help me see if I can qualify for this tax refund stuff? And they will walk you through it, they will fill it out, and they will send it in for you if you can get it. So please urge anyone you know that you might think might qualify for this to get down there. Go talk to the treasurer. They'll be really accommodating. They know exactly what to do. And see if you can get some of your money back. I think it's a great idea myself. Anytime you can get money back, you've got to go for it. Now, there's been a few changes. The second thing they talked about were the election laws. Hang on, Ruth, I'm talking fast. The election laws. And if you're interested in any of this, you need to contact Karen Reamer. And the important dates that they have is May 15th, register voter affiliation declaration for a change in your party. That's the last time you can change from one party to another is May 15th. May 16th to 31st is candidate filing period. July 23rd to August 19th, absentee ballot voting for the primary election. August 7th to August 24th, candidate filing period for school board, college trustee, and special districts. August 19th, minor and provisional party is a deadline there. You can also change at that time. And August 20th is the primary election. October 8th to November 4th is absentee voting for the general election. And one thing that is new, you can now use a valid concealed carry permit as a form of identification if you want to. A Medicare or a Medicaid insurance card will be accepted as a form of identification, but this will sunset in 2029. You can still request an absentee ballot by phone if you are on the registry list at the courthouse. If in doubt, call Karen down at the courthouse. To pick up an absentee ballot for another person, you must have written permission from that person. And there's something here on political affiliation that's kind of, okay. This is kind of dicey because it's kind of new. If you want to change from one party to another, there is definitely a deadline for it. So if you have any questions about wanting to do that, my advice to you would be call Karen, and she can let you know in a hurry how that's going to work. And then the last thing they talked about, I thought they would never get done, was property tax. They are updating property tax and how it is assessed. And there will be some definite change in that. It is a possibility that there will be a chance for your property tax, for your assessment to go down, slim chance it could go up. And something that's interesting is Glen Rock area has some of the largest increases, so not to discourage you, but stay on top of that one. If you want to do this, again, go talk to Dixie Huxtable. The most important thing you need to make sure you hang on to is that paper that they issue that is your taxes for the next year, your estimated taxes for the next year, because after you get that, you have 30 days to contest it, and you might be able to get something changed on it. I don't know. You'd have to ask her. The one other thing that they have changed that should be of interest to us is that the veterans exemption has gone from up to $6,000. It is currently $3,000, and if you have questions about that, call the courthouse again. And there's some property tax long-term holders exemption that you might be able to get some money back or to have your taxes reduced. Just keep an eye on that paper you get and go see the courthouse people if you have any questions. But definitely grab on to that money you can get back from your property tax. If you think you could possibly get it, at least go down and talk to them and ask them, say, do I qualify? And they'll either tell you yes or no and help you fill out the paperwork, and you'll get your checks. Thank you.
Councilman Kincaid.
Margaret pretty much covered everything. So, let's see. Basically, just working on budget. We're going to meet again this week. We worked on budget last week, and then have a board meeting with the hospital on Thursday.
Councilwoman Conley.
Well, Friday, Mike and I went to the Community Appreciation Dance at the Senior Center. They had snacks and a band and a lot of people up and dancing, most of them the little wee ones that were there, but it was fun, it was nice, and I appreciated being appreciated, so that was fun. And then just to touch base on what Margaret said, they will be meeting at 6 o'clock tonight at the library to be going over this and hand out all of those handouts, and they are aware that we will all be going over as soon as this meeting's over, because I told them we're en route from here. So anybody that wants to, they know they may have a few people walking in, straggling in a few minutes late, and so you'll be able to talk face to face with some of those people and get some of your specific questions answered, and maybe even some additional paperwork. So I would urge any of you who have the urge to head on down to the library as soon as we're done here. And I think that's it for me.
It's really good information. It's kind of a long meeting, but if you want to really hear it and have it really explained in depth, get down there and definitely try to get that tax money back if you can.
And just another thing you need to know, you put in for both the state and the county on your tax refund, and the county will help you put in both your state and your county. And for instance, if you fit the one category, you can get 75% of your taxes back from the state. Well, after that, the county will reimburse you up to the 100% level. So theoretically, you can get 100% of your taxes back as long as you apply for both the state and the county taxes. You just have to get them in, and you automatically will be approved for the county if you get approved for the state, because it's the very same. But they are separate. The county will help you get them in and get them in on time. But we all need to do it if there's any chance of qualifying.
Margaret, that 99.5, is that a family, or is that's
That
one income or two incomes?
It has to do with whoever
the taxpayers.
who's the taxpayer or taxpayers.
And
if you do a joint tax
Roy,
return, they're going to
if you
go
have
back.
any questions, I would go talk to them immediately, because they can answer them very professionally and let you know exactly how it is. But just go ask the questions. Don't hang back. Get down there.
And there are two levels. One's 99.5, and then one's another, 100 and
56, you said?
something. And the difference is if you're higher than the 99 but below the 100 and something, you only get 65%. But that's 65% from the state, and then the county will still give you up to that 100%. They won't give you $1 more than you paid in taxes. But
Let them figure it out. Put out
Yes.
your hand and say, please, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to the bank.
so
to check."
it's worth at least trying. So,
Tammy, clerk.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I also have continued working on budget, and I am continuing my work with Graves. We're currently working on a wage study, so we're kind of coming to the end of that. Again, a reminder, we have budget work session on Wednesday, and then our next regular work session on the 6th. And I just wrapped up the Choice Gas program sign up for this year. And lastly, Corbly Scholarship applications are due a week from today. That's all I have.
Okay. Kelly, treasurer.
Evening, Mayor and Council. Been working on budget, as you all know. Did our annual reporting for the ARPA funds that we received 3 years ago now, but it continues where you have to keep filing an annual report, federal government. and had a final meeting with the audit team this morning. Everything's good, and they think they'll have the final draft done this week.
Okay. Sounds good. Randy, Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The crew's been busy with garbage collection, meter pit upgrades, street sweeping, safety training. We had 5 of us, including myself, went to Rural Water Conference in Casper last week, Tuesday through Friday. We needed to get continuing education and hours for our licenses. And the last part came in for the water salesman and is now up and running. So
Hey.
Did we order a backup for that part?
we have
of
a
it?
backup PRV, but don't have a backup for the meter. So don't really want one because it was $1,900 for a little piece of plastic.
But the wait was a long time.
That one wasn't, because I talked to him at conference and I had it here on Friday.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Actually,
the thing's up and running now?
Yes.
we're going to build a new one along with an RV dump out in the industrial park on the town property.
Do we have an estimated date on that?
We have an estimate on what it possible cost.
No, I didn't mean that. I mean when it would be up and running.
It would be in this next fiscal year, but it's in our budget work stuffs for under Public Works stuff. Build both of them and get them up and going this year, this next
For
fiscal
summer
24.
travel? Or?
Yeah, for probably late summer time. But the engineers are working on getting it ready, bid ready for us at this time. Chevy, Town Square.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I've just been continuing working on advertising. I did send you guys some clips so you could see what reels, when I talk about what reels are and videos on Facebook advertising, I sent you some videos so the non-Facebookers could kind of understand when I use those lingos of what I'm doing. So it's definitely a step up in advertising. It's something that's new, and I hope that it's going to get a lot of attraction. The reels and stories and videos I've been doing now have been reaching to 1,000 to 2,000 people. So they've been doing really well, and they catch a lot of attention because they're full of music and videos and just that fun part of advertising. And then I'm getting applications in for the summer staff, so it's Town Square, so I'll let that run until about the 30th before I start doing interviews, so that will be out there. And then just prepping up for summer, getting some of the stuff in that the band members need to perform. Jared was awesome enough to show me how to run the movie screen and all that, so for the movies for this summer. And then also I'm getting some staff shirts in, so they'll be having some new staff shirts down there. So working on those, getting those printed, and basically just prepping for the summer to start.
Chevy, how
Yes.
many staff people are you going to be able to hire for the summer? Do you know?
I'm looking maybe to 1 or 2 more. Just mainly, I'm going to add a few staff during these events because anticipated that we are going to have some more people attend just with the advertising and the variety of shows, and it would be nice just to have some help for them as well because I will also be there, but I'm also a runner for the bands. So basically, I'm at their beck and call if they need anything. So I will be there, but at times when I have to go help the band members for whatever their needs are, there'll be an extra staff around there to help as well. So, and I also have contracted security for the Seventh Day Slumber, the Disciple bands, and also the Nirvana bands, just because they are a larger scale band, they're more popular. And that is at the request of the bands, is that they have just that added protection, and it also helps the police department as well because these are licensed and insured in security guys. So just to help keep everyone safe and, everyone have fun. And
You have a beautiful new tree down there.
yes,
It looks really great, green and great. I like it.
yes, it does. Yes, and
Keep it that way.
Yeah.
Particularly.
See how long this will last.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Lyle, Building Inspector.
Evening, Mayor and Council. 32 building permits since last time we talked. Roofing and construction seems to be going pretty strong. Non-compliance with cars, that seems to be, we're winning there. There's quite a few that have came into compliance. The sunshades, Bruce reminded me of that. Kistler is going to be here tomorrow, and he's saying that he's going to be done by the end of May, so we'll push him to get there.
I forgot to ask you about that. If he needs some of the money and the time they put into that, I think we paid for the material. Tell him to bill us.
Yeah, and he's
Tell him to get a bill into us. We'll
sounded motivated to get paid, so I'm gonna leave that out there.
Well, yeah,
Let's
but
get
you know,
that.
he has not billed us for any labor yet at all. So,
Maybe to motivate him too.
well, if he's going to be done by the end of May, maybe he'll get it done, and we'll get everything paid up. So we'll have a lot better shade this year down there through the.
Yeah, I think we got one big one left to hang,
Mhm.
and then we got some of the alleyways or the entrance ways. So that's all we got, but it'll be nice to get it done. ECI car wash is in production there. That's going up. The laundromat is underway too. Worked on FEMA stuff with Randy, and did a little bit of homework there. Got that done. Still got a little bit left to do. Big Broom's coming up on May 6th through the 10th. I've been handing out door hangers to worthy citizens who
Need some help.
need some attention. So that's that's been happening. So that's all I got.
Thank you for mentioning that because I
Yeah.
forgot.
Lyle, do you know how many new houses have actually been started in building construction this year in Glen Rock?
None this year.
None this year so
We had
far?
one last year. Well, we had two if you count the modular that showed up, but we didn't build it on site. But last 2 years, it's been one house per year.
Yikes.
So, yeah, not a lot.
Thank you.
Colder, Chief of Police.
Evening, Mayor and Council. Just to let you know, the school board did approve the SRO position. They are in big support of it at the meeting last Tuesday. The renovation is underway in the police department, so I sent out an email today letting everybody know that if the building starts vibrating, don't get too concerned. Can't promise it's not going to come
just
down.
If the roof sags, we'll get nervous.
If things start to crack below you, then maybe step aside. But anyway, that's going on. So hopefully that's scheduled. They thought it would be between 7 and 10 days. So hopefully, right? I've been in and out of, I will be in and out of WASCOP this week with the renovation going on. I'm coming back, and then we've got the budget session and things going on. So kind of running back and forth. But that conference is taking place in Casper this week. Got a couple other individuals attending as well, so they're keeping me filled in with everything going on up there. May 1st, we set up fire training with the fire chief over there with the new air tanks. So we'll be going down that evening and taking part in that training. Outside of that, guess we're keeping it quick so we can get somewhere at 6.
Jared, IT.
Hey, evening, Mayor and Council. Just wrapping things up, so that's about it.
Thank you. You here in the morning?
Yeah, I should be here in the morning. I might be running around the fire hall or up at the Rolling Hills Fire Hall. I got a couple PCs to do there, but
Could be in the CTM, and I'll come over and talk with you.
okay.
Okay, thanks. Are there any items from the floor this evening? Come up to the podium, please.
I don't know where to ask, so I'll probably just start right here.
Yeah, just give us your name and
My name is John Gibson. I'm the announcer for the Stars and Pipes Demolition Derbies in Casper, Wheatland, Warland, and Thermopolis. And I would like to propose doing a Glen Rock Demolition Derby at the South Campbellex. Third week, September 21st. Be just a chain-up derby, though.
It's South Rec, you said?
Yep, South Rec.
September what?
September 21st.
we'll have to look at our calendar. And is there any chance, when's our May 6th?
May 6th.
May 6th is our council workshop.
Okay.
And that starts at 5.
Council workshop.
Yeah, council workshop, but we meet in here and this at 5, we're here at 5 o'clock. Maybe you come in and we could ask you a lot more questions than we're going to do this evening.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
let me
can
know.
See what you have in mind and what's going on, and that way we can determine.
Perfect. And to let you
We
guys
can come up with an answer.
Yes, and to let you guys know beforehand, Stars and Pipes have been doing, this year will be 19 derbies, I think, that we've done. So across 4 different other towns, and we've got it. I feel like we've got it down. I say that now, but this year might be the year something happens. But feeling pretty good. Went down there and I saw it, and you guys got a ton of potential for something really cool. So,
Okay, well, if you'd please join us at our council workshop on the 6th of May, we'd appreciate it.
awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other items from the floor?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Betty White, and I am here to represent the Glen Rock American Legion Auxiliary. Some of the things we do is sponsor. This year we sent 7 girls to Girls State, which is in Cheyenne, so that they may learn more about how political and military functions go. We also sent 437 dozen cookies and took them with 7 large cans of coffee to the VA hospital in Cheyenne. We stay involved in Glen Rock schools through making of poppies and Americanism teaching and essays made by local students. We sponsor any local veteran and veterans' families in whatever needs we can. At Christmas, we prepare boxes to be mailed to deployed Wyoming military. This year, we are told there will be a large number deployed. We send funds and gifts at Christmas time to Sheridan, Buffalo, and Cheyenne Veterans Home, as well as to Casper Veteran Centers. I am here tonight to ask if you could consider making a donation so that we can consider our ventures, as the costs are rising every year.
Do you guys have any idea what you might be going to be running short a little bit or something at all, Betty?
No.
No? Okay.
At one time, it was said there could be a deployment of up to 350 from Wyoming. And I talked to Quentin Richardson. He thinks there's going to be a large deployment going to Poland. We wouldn't be able to cover that many, but we would, depending on the amount that are at a certain location, we would do that, what we can.
What does it cost you to do?
Well, postage goes up every year. The fire department pays half our postage, and we do get collections, from we send out requests, and we do get other collections. But it's just that we'd like to stay active with the Wyoming Veterans Homes and helping them also.
Could we help you if we offered to pay the other half of your postage? Would that do you a lot of good?
That would help us, yes. But that would help us, yeah. But, we could take that.
Is there other stuff, any other priorities?
Pardon?
Any other priorities?
There are other priorities, and the military Christmas boxes are kept in a separate fund, and we do get collections for that. We set out cans in areas, and we do the poppy sales. That helps with the veterans' homes also. Casper no longer has a American Legion Auxiliary.
Right.
So
We have left in Mayor and Council. Okay.
So would it be easier if you were just offered an amount and then you can, okay,
possibly.
I move we offer them $2,000.
I'd say 5.
Oh my gosh, will we go up?
No.
Oh.
Well, did at this end of the table, but it didn't get.
Make the motion.
There's a motion on the floor. We will take care of
I
it.
move that we give the
He's going higher. He's up.
American Nugs.
did we make a motion?
Yes.
She
I
said,
did.
I want to get 3.
I move that we offered them $2,000.
Oh.
I will withdraw my motion and let Roy go over the big stuff.
Make it 4.
All right, I withdraw it, and with the approval of the other folks around, how about I move that we pay $4,000 to the auxiliary to help them with their projects, anything they want to spend it for.
Thank you so much.
Motion on the floor.
I'll second.
Thank you so much.
Have we voted?
Thank you so much.
There's been a motion and a second. Any discussion? If that would help you, we're very happy to help you out. Hearing no discussion, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. Anything else for items from the floor this evening?
We're on a roll, guys.
If you want money, just come on up to the microphone.
We have no old business under new business. Let me see here. Let me get down to it. It's a It's an application for open container for Tad Anderson with Night Force ELR Steel Challenge. It's the big long-range steel challenge shoot out at the Tillard Ranch. They hold this every year. They've used our park the last couple of years. They hold their award banquets and stuff down there and feed everybody. So, and it's for, what's the date? It looks like June 9th.
June 9th.
2024 from 5 p.m. to 5 to 8 approximately, 1,700 to 2,000, 2,000 hours. Estimated about 350 people. I don't know that there's anybody here, but they're on the ball about being in here early. So, and that's they bring a lot of people in, I think. It's a big money gets spent here.
He's here.
Hello, sir. Would you like to talk to us a little bit? If you'd like to come up to the deal. I haven't met you before, but I'm glad you guys come and do this every year.
Good evening, Council. My name's Tad Anderson. I'm the match director for the Night Force ELR Steel Challenge. For those of you that don't know, it's just a big long-range shooting match that we've done. This will be the 9th year, 4th year out at Casey's place, and it's growing exponentially every year. This year we have, it'll probably be maybe a few more than 350, but about 350 people. Registration this year sold out in 12 hours, which is faster than we've ever had before. And one kind of unique thing that we do with this match is we have a side match that's open to anybody and everybody. You don't have to be shooting in the match itself. You can just come out and do it. But we have a side match that where we shoot at it's a unicorn-shaped target, and it costs $20 to shoot 10 rounds at it. And then and you can shoot as many times you want, just as many $20 bills as you bring. Just keep on shooting. Cumulative score wins a custom-made V42 stiletto knife, which is the knife that the special operations soldiers were issued in World War II. And then we donate the pot to the Special Operations Warriors Foundation. So it raises about $1,500 every year to
We'll send Bruce to represent the town, but he has to come up with his own $20.
I got a gun I can take out there and give it a try.
Go for it, Bruce, with your own $20.
So we have a motion and a second. If there's no more discussion, I will call for a vote.
No, I don't think so.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Your business. Thanks for coming in this evening. Our next order of new business is a tree grant application by Casey Toner. He lives at 18 Frontier Court. He's got 2 cottonwoods in front and 1 big box elder in the backyard that he's wanting to get some work done. He got several bids and he's asking for help with our tree grant application, which we pay. What is it, up to $500, isn't it? 500. So,
Has he been working with anybody, any of our, have you talked to him? Does he know that the county also has it? Okay, I just wanted to make sure that he was putting in for as many as he could.
We tell everybody.
Good, okay.
I move we approve this grant for $500 to get rid of some trees that look like they need to be gotten rid of.
well, he's going to trim them up. He cut them totally down, but it'll make them look better. Save his roof and the neighbor's houses. So,
Well, go for it.
there's motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any other discussion? If not, I will call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. He sent us a ton of pictures.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, nice pictures.
I believe our next order of business is to pay our bills and claims. Is there a motion?
I move that we pay our bills.
Motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion on the bills and claims? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. If there's nothing else to come before this meeting this evening, either from council or from the gallery, somebody make a motion to adjourn.
I
forgot to bring something up. We have our weather stations that came in. And so we'll get them put up and then with PD, and we'll get it all on their phones and us. So this will alarm us when it's like 2 inches of snow, instead of getting up and looking all the time. So it'll call our phones.
Automatically
That's pretty
let us
cool.
know. Huh?
Yeah, it's one of the it's the guys that had the weather stations there at the was one of the vendors at the Winter Wham in Cheyenne. I happened to see it, so I had Brandy get a hold of him to see if it might make life a little easier.
Randy, it's okay if you don't try this out till December of year. Just let.
I want to get them up when it's nice.
No, we don't want it. We don't need any statistics from them.
Okay, if there's nothing else, is there a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn the meeting.
Motion, is there a second?
A second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed by nay. Motion carries. Meeting adjourned.
Are you gonna go out there and shoot these? Are you gonna go out there and shoot long rifles?
Oh yeah, I shoot all the time. I shoot long range. I got several long range guns.
Good.